This is Natasha Troop, and I am back with my writer's channel updates and kind of conversation about writing and everything I think about the art and the business of being a writer in this day and age, in this COVID day and age now, I guess. That'll change, but the world is like evolving very quickly right now, and I think we have to, as writers and artists, think about what that means for us. It's kind of crazy if you think about it. It's what our conceptions of what it is that we're doing are now, and how they've changed in the last year, and how they'll continue to evolve. And I hope that in some respects we end up with a positive in terms of just people reading or engaging with each other about their art in a different way. I think that we've grown closer as a global community in terms of being able to speak to each other online through video than ever before. So this is, people are much more, I guess, willing to engage in this kind of conversation. I know I have. And I've always been an early adopter of technology. So back with my writer's channel, and this is going to be at least weekly, I promise, or even more often, just depending on how I'm feeling. And I will just kind of like keep you informed as to what I'm working on. I'm doing Camp Nano this year. Yay! This is day 3. First 2 days of Camp Nano. Starting with I had like a pre-word count on my work in progress of about 5,000 words. And yesterday, with the help of some strong motivation from just me wanting to really like get some stuff done, and also just like being a part of some cool YouTube like writer sprints, I got my word count for my work in progress northeast to over 10,000 words, which is a big kind of like beginning of the road marker. Given that this book is plotted out to be about 100,000 words, so I'm like 10% in. But given that I'm 10% in, I hope that is enough to kind of keep my impetus going. Sometimes I'll get 10 or 20% into a work in progress and then kind of like lose steam or get distracted. I'm using this time to like really focus on not being distracted. It's important to me. So I want to get this book done this summer. I want to get it edited and start submitting out to agents and publishers, because having published the Lakebridge series, spring, summer, autumn, and winter, all 4 books are out, and nobody reads them. Or very few people read them, I should say. I have a small core of readers, but more importantly, nobody reviews them on Amazon. It's a struggle. And I have to think that one of the benefits of having a traditional publisher is at least getting a better line of publicity and distribution, and with the hope that if people are interested in Northeast, then they will go back and want to read Lakebridge. So this is all kind of my way of trying to get people to read Lakebridge, which I love. But I'm really digging my current work in progress, and every day I write, I like find some like new part, like thing I hadn't thought of before, some new little twist that adds to the narrative. I'm a plotter in many respects, but I also do some pantsing too. And this book is new for me because it's all in first person, and I've never written a book entirely in first person before. And it's both a challenge, but it's really rewarding, and it allows me to kind of really keep my flow going. So like the Lakebridge books are all kind of a constantly shifting third person limited narrative from one character to the next, and so every time I would go from one section to another, I would have to remind myself who that previous character was, and sometimes go back and read, as I got later into the series, read everything that character had done to make sure they were consistent and to make sure their journey was correct. When in that I'm doing, this is all just kind of original stuff, and this character, the main character, is related to the Lakebridge books, is a character from the Lakebridge books. No spoilers beyond that. So I have some narrative memory of that character's journey a little bit, but I'm creating something entirely new here with putting their journey in that first person and just telling the story in that perspective. And it's allowed me to have the ability to just kind of write and not be as concerned with maintaining consistency. I think summer was probably the easiest of Lakebridge books for me to write because spring was fresh enough and I could invent all these new characters, and I wasn't as concerned with making sure that all the pieces fit exactly the right way, so I could just kind of go. I think the further I got in the series, it just became really challenging to constantly get back and find the right way of telling that story and being honest and true to the characters and to what I wanted to accomplish. So, if you're doing Camp Nano, awesome. It's day 3. I've already got 1,000 words in. I will be finishing chapter 2 of Northeast today. By the end of the day, it's my goal. So this is kind of my mid-afternoon break. I'll get back to it a little bit later. I'm making a point of not saying, well, I wrote some today and then stop. And it's like, no, I have goals and I'm going to meet my goals. And I think that's what's most important. And I think what's valuable about Nano is that it allows you to set some goals and really aim to achieve them. And yeah, the goal of the camp is 50,000 words, but that's and I've kind of set that. If I hit 50,000 this month, that's awesome. But I'm really hoping that I can get to 60 or 70,000 to be perfectly fair. So I'm gonna keep punching at it and working at it and doing this YouTube thing and showing up at the writer's YouTube stuff. My friend Becca C. Smith. If you're not following her, then that's weird because most likely you came to me through her. She's got an awesome channel. She is part of a group of writers who are doing lots of sprints and lots of live writes. I hope to be doing a couple live writes with Becca. Anyone else wants me in their live write, I'm totally free and would love to be a part of that too. So anyway, keep writing. If you're not a writer, keep reading. I'll talk more about some promotional stuff for Lakebridge on the next one. So stay with me, stay tuned. See you soon.